Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're doing great and awesome today. In our podcast of today, we'll practice speaking about some of the most common questions in English for conversation starting. Conversation starters are essential to help you get engaged in productive conversation with people and trying to get to know each other, building some bridges of communication and understanding. These are simple questions and they do not necessarily mean that you are intrusive or curious to know all the pieces of details of people's lives. They're just good indicators of your interest to help each and every one of you understand who you are, where you're coming from, and what the common interests are mutually between you and your friends. Some of these questions are very random and superficial, but they are here to help you understand and to be understood. Question number one is, for example, what was the last funny video you saw? The last funny video I saw was of a man crying and eating lots of food. He was crying because he was so happy, and he is a kind of gluttonous kind of person. Is suffering from gluttony, which is the open appetite for all kinds of food. My friend sent me that video because they always think that I'm this kind of person, that I'm so happy to eat whatever kind of food that is served to me. Question number two is, what do you do to get rid of stress? Honestly, I start eating lots of chocolate and lots of food, especially vegetables. We know that vegetables are healthy to the body, but chocolate is not always. There is lots of sugar. When we talk about eating lots of food, that is not necessarily mean that everybody who suffers from stress goes through this kind of problem. I consider it as a big problem to me because sometimes I need to make sure that I keep track of the kind of food that I eat. What is something you are obsessed with? I'm really obsessed with English language, and I love it so much to the extent that no day passes without me trying to discover something new about the beauty of this language. What three words best describe you? Curious, adventurous, and crazy are the three basic words that probably I would assign to my name here. What would be your perfect weekend? My perfect weekend is pretty much close to my family, where I see my dad and my mom and hang around, cook food together, and invite my friends over for a cup of coffee and nice chat for the night. What's your favorite number and why? Actually, my favorite number is not a specific one number. It's the year 2013, which is the year I graduated from university. What are you going to do this weekend? On this weekend, I'm planning to go to the gym to do some workout. It's been locked down due to COVID-19, so we need to revive the activities that we have here. And I'm planning to go shopping with my friends if the government decides to grant our families some salary. What's the most useful thing you own? The most useful thing that I own is actually my microphone. It is the best source that makes me closer to your ears and talk to you every day. And this microphone is very endearing to me. What's your favorite way to waste time? I don't think that the wasting of time is within my dictionary. Browsing internet is probably wasting time if it's not for sake of benefit. However, I usually contact lots of people online, and lots of people contact me online for sake of mutual benefit of learning language. Last question is, do you have any pets? What are they? What are their names? I actually don't have pets. I used to have a dog. The dog was owned by the family, the American family that I used to live with back in 2011. But it passed away a long time ago because he was very old. These are very common questions in addition to like, where did you go last weekend? What did you do last weekend? Where do you want to go next weekend? What do you want to do next weekend? These are very common questions to help you get engaged in very productive conversation with your friends and partners and people who are interested in improving their English conversation for sake of mutual benefit and improvement. If you think that there are other questions that you might share, please share them in the comment section below, and we'll stay in touch trying to get together to do some practice. If you're listening to this podcast, you should know that you're practicing active listening, which is really good to improve your ears and train your mind to the flow of English language from variety of English speakers. This is Walid talking to you from Baghdad. I wish you a lovely and beautiful day, and stay in touch.